Good day to you all, dear friends. Today I would like to present to you new software developed by the courtesy of Tsodik LTD. Now let's begin. The easiest way to find the website is to Google the company name, Tsodik.biz, and the first link in the search engine, the Chipchar characterization database is where we need to be. It's another thing. Wrong domain name. Okay, there you go. In order to begin work, one must of course register on the website. The username and password are easily obtainable by registering. Click on the link on the right hand side of the home page. Registering takes only a few minutes by providing basic information about you and your entity. Just simple information such as first name, last name, address, city, country, email, login, and password, and just hit register. Once you obtain the essential login information, let's already begin. On the home page of Tsodik.biz, click Products, select Software, and select Applications. You could also use the login using Yahoo and Google, linking them to your account on Tsodik. Very convenient. But let's use your login information from our system. Let me just log out to show you how to sign out. Okay, this is the login dialog window. This is where you could link the Yahoo and Google accounts, and you could use Yahoo and Google passwords and stuff to log in. But let's use your own, the one that you received in the email. Let's use that. So let's just log in. Here you enter the user's desktop, on which already are pre-installed a few useful following programs. Chip characterizations new, Depot, and FTP Commander. Today we'll be going over the pretty much only the FTP Commander and chip characterizations. So let's start with the FTP Commander. Let's click Open. Now, FTP Commander is needed in order to organize and establish the workflow between multiple servers. With the use of the FTP Commander, you could connect to your work folder. Let's click Home, Connect. And you can copy all the files from another server. So on the left is your work folder, and on the right side we could open any other FTP server. Okay, and now here you can open any needed folder and copy files from it or to it, basically from the work folder to another server or vice versa. So let's make a new folder, hit OK. Basically you create new folders and you could move information all about just the same. Delete folders. Let's delete the one we just created, and let's wait for it to load. And now let's get back to not found selected folders. Okay, let's get back to chip characterization. Let's click on it and let's open it up. Before us here we have the following menus. We have the project, database, and help. We're interested in project. Let's select new project. Here, let's wait for it to load. Okay, there you go. Here we can create the following functions, such as there are 3 functional projects in this field already, and these structures are lab, mass production, and tester. Now let's select the name and press save. Save, new name. Now we have project description. Now we have here project descriptions, input parameters, test descriptions, test parameters, results descriptions, parser macros, and report macros. Now let's select project tester as an example. Okay, there you go. Let's go over the field requirements. Project description, it entails company name, project name, product, process, lot, corner, wafer, and package. Now, input parameters, also in the type you have options of text, integer, double, and you also have date and time. As a default value, let's leave it in text. Now, input parameters, the fields are date, project name, device, temperature, humidity, and RES load. Basically, this is the results. Now let's go move on to test descriptions. Here you have block, category, group tests, and test name. Test parameters. Here you have unit, and then we have the minimum and the maximum of x-axis, and the minimum of the maximum of y-axis, and we also have a z-axis. Now here we can have as many axes as we want. So if there are any additional rows needed to be inserted, we could of course do that. Let's say an example alpha. Let's add that up. There you go, new name, and we can make that an alpha axis if we wanted to. Let's get rid of it for now. Hit delete. And there you go. Now moving on to results description. Let's not save the change. Okay, save the changes. There you go. All right, results. In the results, we have the axis x and then the function of x. Then we have axis y and a function of y. Then we have axis z and a function of z. Then we could also have a function of multiple variables such as x, y, and z. Also alpha and the function of alpha. And then we also could have axis x and f of x, axis y, f of y, basically any combination that we desire here. Now moving on to parser macros. Now here as an example, I was pre-typed. We could basically generate information into the database from certain files. In other words, uploading the necessary items you need into the database from any particular file, such as, let's say, parser information from txt file, parser from standard database file, parser from Excel, or DB files for that matter. Now moving on to report macros. Now, in this category, you could organize yourself the templates of the output reports. For the following project here are presented 3 templates: single chart, multi-chart, and group chart, and also the optional ones which I added earlier, which is you could do anything you want, but I added standard report and custom report. With the help of the sidebar option, you could edit the template. There you go. Now, the template editor is an Excel-based system. Which is kind of modified, but very simple to grasp. The second that you kind of lean over any item on top, it tells you what the item description is. Here you have a sheet. You can select the amount of sheets you need, amount of reports, and table for output data. Now, table of output data is set with the help of a master, which will take from the database of needed table and take from it the meaning of the needed fields. For example, database here, we add the table, we need input parameters, name of the field data, sort. Okay, there you go. Now, name of the field data is company name, project description field lot. From here, you could easily open the database wizard, and here you could add an operation, add a new record table. Here you have options: none, project description, input parameters, test description, test parameters, and results description. Now, field, let's select project description. Field, let's say it's project name. Now, sort, let's not select anything, but you have an option to ascending or descending, or none for that matter. And here you could type pretty much anything you want. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay. And let's click save. The orientation, let's just keep it at vertical and hit go to the next step.